Hey everyone, this is Grunkle, and I just wanted to make a quick video demonstrating the main mechanics of Hex Nightmare, because I have posted quite a bit about this game, but I haven't given a whole lot of detail. Before I do really quick, I just want to give a shout out to Slime Prince on Twitter, who did the amazing title screen artwork over on the right, and my new soundtrack, who did, I want to say, a little more than half of the music for this game. I used a lot of his remixes, so yeah. Anyway, it's an action platformer. Started off being a lot more like Contra, ended up being a little more like a weird Mega Man type hybrid, I don't know. Anyway, so you can shoot, you can dash, you can fire this super powerful buster, all sorts of directions. You fire it close, it does more damage. So the main mechanic, as you can, I'll burn my charges, in the top right, you can kind of see that there's this eye that comes up, right? And as long as I have an eye filled, I can do a dash, and you know, I can air dash, so I'm not limited to just the ground, and the dash is totally invincible, which I'll show you in a second. And I can also use a charge to fire upwards with the buster, which is the thing you saw me do earlier. Now, the main thing about the dash, well, first of all, I can go over these crystals, and they instantly refill one, so it's basically like getting a free dash. So if they're set up in a certain way, you can really run around. Anyway, so the other thing about it is it's invincible. So you can use it to go through hazards, like so. Otherwise, that lightning will hurt me. The buster will break certain walls. And another thing is you can fire pretty much every direction. You can't fire down unless you're in the air. But I figured you don't really need a reason to fire downwards when you're grounded. So instead, if you crouch and hold a direction, you'll fire upwards in place. And I didn't really like the block button from Metroid since this sprite does not have a visible gun. So I thought it would be bad to do a lock button if the player can't tell which direction they're aiming. So those are the main mechanics, right? This whole thing is about managing your rem to navigate through way too many fucking enemies, but also to get around. You know, if you manage it well, you might be able to take a path that you wouldn't be able to otherwise. That's like a big thing in this game, is it's like you can, you know, like you see I can spend it to just deal with enemies quickly, but I'm going to move a lot slower, so if I'm trying to go for time, it won't help, and I might not be able to access alternate paths or like dash through enemies, that kind of deal, right? And I guess the other thing with this is it regenerates automatically, right? But it regenerates faster on the ground. So if I'm aerial a lot and I'm jumping a lot to dodge, I'm not going to get it quite as fast. So you're going to have to, like, you know, make a conscious decision of how do I want to use this? Do I want to try to dash my way through things? Do I want to try to hold on to it in case to get out of a bad situation? Or if you know the level layout, like, you know, what part should I spin my buster? Which part should I dash in? You know, where do I know I'll have time to build it quickly before I have to use it again on something else to move it the fastest place? And I'll just show you how that plays into a boss fight. So, basically, like I said, that buster will only hit hard if you're really close, and it does a critical hit like that, right? So you want to be close to bosses, but obviously they're bosses, so they're going to hurt you. And you also want to try to keep a dash on cooldown just so, you know, you can use the invincibility to go through something. You know, like that knife. I want to dash through it so that I don't get hit. I mean, I've got 5 hits, so that's quite a bit, but you know, it's all about this balance, and I think that that's kind of the meat and potatoes of the game, is like figuring out how to use it in these boss fights. And the bosses do have some RNG, but for the most part they run on pretty straightforward patterns. And it really just comes down to how fast you want to try to beat them, and how risky you want to play. Like, everything has sort of an idea of risk-reward with it. Anyway, I'll go ahead and beat this, and then I'll probably call it. But yeah, I've been getting a lot of positive responses, both from the people who have tested and from just, you know, people on Twitter, and that's really cool. This is my first time doing any kind of game dev. This is only about a 2-month-old project, so yeah, I'm really proud of the progress I've made. Just finish him off, get a critical. Nice. Finish this motherfucker off. And yeah, that's all. I just wanted to explain the main mechanics of Hex Nightmare, so thanks for watching.